Well, in our Ask Master Mom this morning, we explore the topic of coaching. As parents, we all want to help our children learn and do well with a lot of things, but time, of course, is everything. Here to help us navigate that world is Master Mom Amanda Olson with Olson's Martial Arts Academy. Good to have you back on the show.
Thank you. Good to be here as always.
Talking about coaching when it comes to our kids, and I think this is a lesson we can kind of pull from no matter what age they're at.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, kids are getting started earlier and earlier in athletics and team sports and, you know, practices and lessons and things like that. And it can be a little daunting as a parent. You want your child to do well. You want them to listen to the coach, listen to the instructor. And when they don't do that right away, sometimes we can get a little over the top with, you know, getting on to them and things like that. And this,
yeah, sure can.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and that can, you know, that can backfire on us a little bit. And I think that sometimes parents feel like they're supposed to do that. They're supposed to help the coach, you know, and that sort of thing, especially if their child's misbehaving or not quite getting the lesson, you know, in the younger ages. Usually in your middle school and high school sports, you don't have them misbehaving. They just may not be performing at the level that they could be or should be. So just kind of knowing when to step back, let the coach do their job, and then as parents we do our job, and just the right timing of that.
And it is kind of hard because you do feel like your child's out there and you want them to listen and focus and pay attention, and and you don't know, like, you know, when to step in. And I see that not only here but with other of the, you know, the teammates' parents too. It's, you know, it's, so what is a good rule of thumb?
Well, you know, I've been teaching, coaching kids for a few decades, and you know, so I've seen a lot of things. And what happens is you kind of focus on your child and what they're doing, and what you don't see is what the coach sees or the instructor sees, is that all the kids are spinning around in a circle, you know, at the young age, or they're all, you know, the coach is working really hard to keep their attention, teach the lesson. And then as the parent, if you're saying, you know, Johnny, listen up, or, you know, Sally, you know, watch the teacher, you don't realize that all the other kids then turn to look at you too. And that just distracts the whole thing, and it makes the coach's job harder. So it's a good thing to, at that moment, let the coach do their job. And then afterwards, you know, then you can talk to your child. You know, when the teacher is talking, the coach is talking, the instructor is talking, you want to keep your eyes on them and listen to the lesson. Let's work on that, you know. And then you can, if it's a real issue, you can set up some sort of award system if they do a good job in their lesson, or on the team practice if they're, you know, playing their position well on the field and, you know, not picking daisies or something out there. So that's a good option to set up to help them behave well, as opposed to getting on to them during the lesson.
Well, and the last thing you want to do is embarrass them. And as a parent, when we do that, you can see that look on their face, like, you know. So of course, it's always that fine line, because you think you're helping, and of course we have the best intentions at heart.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we have the best intentions. We want our child to do well. And, you know, in the older ages, you know, as they really are getting into team sports or performing or competing, you know, as parents, our best thing that we can do is be a support system for them. You know, they're going to need to learn those lessons on their own. Like, if I didn't pay attention to what was going on the court, this happened. And my teammates let me know that it happened, and my coach let me know that it happened. The parent doesn't also have to let them know. Say, hey, that was kind of a rough day on the court. You want to talk about it? You know, that sort of thing. And, you know, it's been my experience with my own kids as they were growing up in sports, is it may be a day or two that you want to talk about it, because they might be very emotional after a poor performance, or, you know, something like that on the team. Give them a day or two, and then say, hey, let's talk about that game on Saturday. You know, how'd you feel? What went wrong? What can I do to help you do better? You know, instead of, why did you do that? Or, you know, why weren't you paying attention? That's why that happened. Basically, it's just going to go in one ear and out the other. But if we take our time and talk to them about, hey, what happened there? How can we do better? How can I help you do better? They're going to listen.
And what a kind of remembering our role there. They're already getting that, I am sure, from their coach and their assistant coach, and especially as they get older, to be that support. And I love what you said too, when you said, remember, the coach is seeing everybody. We have tunnel vision on our kids. So for them, it's all around.
And they want, you know, as an instructor, I want each child to perform to their best of their abilities, not just, you know, physically, but emotionally and behavior-wise, you know, so I'm doing everything I can to make sure that that happens. And there's a good chance anybody who's coaching children wants that too, you know, that they're not doing that, you know, to fill a spot necessarily. They have a passion for what they're doing, and they want your child to succeed too.
Well, certainly some great information, great topic as always, and good to see you.
Good to see you too.
We'll give everybody the website. If you would like more information, you can go to askmastermom.com. Great website, and you can learn more about martial arts by visiting their website there or stopping by their location on Cherry Street. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by